In this video, I'm going to be going over all things Harley-Davidson CVO. Alright, so you guys, we are in Milwaukee, Wisconsin right now for the Harley-Davidson 120th anniversary rally happening all weekend. I'm so beyond humbled and gracious and fortunate that I was invited by the motor company to test ride their brand new CVO. If you guys don't know, I daily ride a road glide. He's actually, you can probably see him back here in the distance. So I rode my own motorcycle up here. I'm going to be experiencing the CVOs. We're going to be hopping on the road glide, the street glide, getting to experience both, but road glides have my heart, and I can't wait to tell you what I think about these motorcycles compared to what I'm used to riding every day. So let's hop on the bike and hit the road.
Look at that beautiful screen. So we even got heated grips on today's ride. Probably leave them off for a bit, but I do need to get my gloves dried out. So if you guys are unfamiliar, obviously this is the very new model of the Road Glide and the Street Glide CVOs, and you can tell here they have completely redid all of the controls on the handlebars. I took a few minutes this morning, really got to know it. I'm going to go ahead and activate my cruise so that way when we get going I can set that, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, so if you guys are familiar with any kind of press ride, demo ride that I do, I don't actually want to review a motorcycle for you. You can look at the spec sheet, you can do that by yourself. I'm going to tell you my thoughts and opinions on how it feels riding this bike for the first time ever. But the responsiveness, I mean, with this 121 cubic inch motor, it goes. So I've been riding this motorcycle for a few hours now, and there are so that's what I was trying to say in the beginning of this video. I don't really like to do reviews. I like to give you in-depth details on how the bike feels to ride. Now, I've obviously never ridden this motorcycle before. It's brand new, so it absolutely has some things about it that are catching me off guard. There are some things about it that I absolutely love, and there are some things where I'm just like, I'm surprised they didn't do that. So we are actually on our way to go get lunch. Just had some photos you guys probably saw on my Instagram or in the videos, but I like to really just sit back and enjoy the first couple hours of these test rides because I want to know how it feels to ride the motorcycle. I don't want to sit here and just start spewing off information when I have no idea what the hell I'm even talking about. So the first thing I can say, the suspension is absolutely lovely. The seat is built for performance, and that's probably the one thing I will address in this video. This is not, this isn't like, you know, the classic touring bike. This is a performance bike. So this is a performance motorcycle. So the seat that I'm sitting on right now, it's designed to grip and hold and lean and do all of that stuff. So, you know, I rode my own motorcycle for over 500 miles yesterday. My butt is sore, you know, a little sore. So after the first couple hours on this bike, I was like, man, does the seat suck or am I just sore from yesterday? And it's actually not that bad. It is a wide seat for me personally. I'm 5'7". I have an inseam of 31 inches, and the seat's kind of wide, so my hips are kind of cramped up. And I know a few of the guys in the group up ahead of me are incredibly tall, and they kind of had the same comment, you know, like I just feel a little cramped up. But again, performance bagger. It does have the adjustable suspension. That has been lovely, being able to adjust the preload on this bike. So when we're hopping on different motorcycles, people weigh different weights, and it just makes it really nice to be able to easily reach down and adjust it. So some of the things that I'm just kind of like, why is this not happening? I don't know if you can tell. I just pressed my turn signal, my indicator. We're going to turn right. Where you haven't turned yet. And it already shut off. So that is one thing I do believe this could be remedied with a tune or some kind of software update, but the turn signals, the indicators shut off very fast to the point where I thought that half of our group decided at the last second that they did not want to turn. So that for me, like, I'm all about visibility, and that is something I absolutely adore about this motorcycle, is the LED lights. I mean, these bikes are visible. I also love that they are using amber illuminated indicators. I think amber turn signals are so much more visible than red. So I've been thoroughly enjoying it, but again, the turn signal self-cancels a little too rapidly for me. And I'm just a stickler for, you know, being safe and being visible. So I use my turn signals and hand signals every time I'm riding. And so that was something that stuck out to me like a sore thumb, is like, hey, what's going on? And a few of the guys from Harley-Davidson on this ride are like, yeah, we noticed that too. It has to be a new software thing or something. So I don't know if I really needed to just spend like 40 seconds or a minute and a half talking about that, but it's something I noticed. So this motorcycle does come with ride modes. You have your standard road mode, sport mode, and rain mode. I've been riding all day today in road mode, and I like to do that just to kind of get used to the bike. You know, I don't want to whiskey throttle anywhere. And I did notice that we were getting on the highway a little while ago, and I'm like, we were ripping, man. We were getting on it. And I'm in road mode, and I'm sure most of these guys are probably in sport. And I hit the rev limiter like immediately in second gear, and I was like, oh crap, okay, let's shift, hurry. Like, and I'm not like a super aggressive rider, so the fact that I hit the rev limiter so fast was like, okay, pay attention next time. Like, but the bike goes, and it wants to go. You can feel it, even 100% stock. Oh, my bike isn't actually 100% stock. This one does come with the stage 1, and it just has a bigger intake, like a heavy breather essentially on it. So it roars. Like, you hear that in like in the actual intake, the suction of air, and you hear it in the exhaust. So that's been very fun experiencing that when we're getting up to speed. So we are in Wisconsin. We're not in Milwaukee right now, but we are in Wisconsin, and these roads are very reminiscent of the roads that I ride in Ohio. And I will say, obviously we haven't been on some super twisty, windy switchbacks. It's the Midwest, but the bike has been handling wonderfully, like taking corners, excellent. I don't think anyone has scraped floorboard. Like, it's just been a very, very well designed, well handling motorcycle. So some things about the infotainment system, I don't like that so on my road glide, I control all of my music from this over here. I control my cruise control over there. I can control my music, the volume, all of that. They moved all of the audio stuff over on this one. When you want to turn the volume up, you have to like press and lift up. But it's very hard to do, especially me. I have small hands and small thumbs. It's very hard to do without whiskey throttling. I accidentally almost bucked myself off of the motorcycle a little bit ago. So that is definitely something that, you know, when you're buying this beautiful motorcycle, you got the Rockford Fosgate sound system, you want to listen to music, you want to bump your jams. I don't like that. I do wish I had it on my left hand over here again. The bikes do come standard with heated grips. The heated grips work wonderfully. I am kind of shocked it didn't come with a heated seat, but again, this is kind of their performance bagger. It's a very popular performance bagger style. If you want the heated seat and all of that in the CVOs, you might want to check out the Ultras. Something I absolutely love about the motorcycle, and one of the first things I noticed, they updated the bags. If you're gonna buy a bagger, you might as well buy a bagger that is actually functional and you can put stuff in your bags. So these new bags, even though they're not the extended kind like on my Road Glide Special, they are beveled. They're like rounded on the outside. And I'm like, dude, I wish I would have brought my backpack with me. I would have seen how much crap I could fit in those bags. I think they look really nice also. It gives a really good shape to the motorcycle. And I've had a lot of you guys ask me if I actually like the look of this bike. I'm going to tell you right now, when the original photos were leaked online and everyone was like, you know, making fun of it, I really liked it. I was like, this is cool. This is different. This is modern and sleek and still looks like a Harley-Davidson. So I've personally been a fan of the new redesign since it got leaked online, and I stand true to that. It looks even more beautiful in person. Like the paint job, you know, I sat down on the motorcycle and it has this two-tone paint, but if you look really closely, it has all kinds of other details and shading, and just, it's gorgeous. So I'm on the whiskey neat color and I'm obsessed with it. Somebody asked, like, do you want to swap to the silver for photos? And I was like, no. I was like, I really like this color. It's gorgeous. Oh, and I'm not filming with my handlebar camera right now. I'll throw that back on here in a little bit, but I really just wanted you to be able to see how beautiful this setup is. I love how large the mirrors are. I love how close they are to me. I can't really, I gotta reach very far forward just to be able to touch the screen, but you shouldn't need to because you can control everything from this little toggle right here. But it is nice that you can touch the screen. It makes it a lot easier if you're stopped or, you know, looking at your GPS, and you can just pop it right in. This motorcycle also does come with Apple CarPlay, so you can plug in your cell phone, or I don't know if it has the Android, but I know it comes with Apple CarPlay. We are obviously not using it right now because so many people are hopping on this motorcycle, and it's just, you don't want to get it all muddy, but I just want you to appreciate how beautiful and simplistic this bar setup is. And I am very, very appreciative to Harley-Davidson for giving us clean bars. As a YouTuber myself, I love that I can, sorry, getting a show up here. Mr. Bikes and Beards shaking his butt for everybody. As a YouTuber, I need to be able to strap cameras to my bike, and it's just really nice that we have clean bars like that. Even though it does have the beautiful screen, I'm obviously not using Apple CarPlay, so I would personally put my cell phone up there on my Rockform mount. Gotta love clean bars. So this motorcycle, if I did not mention it earlier in the video, I'm so sorry. I started this video 5 hours ago. This motorcycle is the 121 cubic inch motor. I don't know the conversion. I can probably put that on the screen for you right here. 121 cubic inch, and it is the VVT. So this bike has variable valve timing. So the motorcycle has been incredibly responsive. And what is even more responsive? The flippin' brakes. You guys, I can't tell you how many times these brakes have actually stopped on a freaking dime, and I've like been lurched forward. Like, it is very, very powerful brakes. Honestly, like, scary powerful. Oh, look. Finally getting on some twistier roads. This will be beautiful. That's been the one thing I've been really enjoying about this press ride is I finally get to ride a new motorcycle on roads that are very similar to Ohio roads. So we have these beautiful country sweepers, we have some straightaways. Woo! Yeah, baby, the bike wants to eat. I love it when you get it up in there, up in the RPMs, and you just really feel it open up. You hear it.
So the one thing I wanted to discuss at this half of the video is the fact that when I rode this motorcycle, I really didn't have much information about it. We got our official presentation on the bike yesterday, so I've actually waited a few days to wrap up this video for you guys and give you my final thoughts. I will say there are so many amazing technological features and just safety and advancement features in this motorcycle that I had no idea about. I feel like it honestly would have made my ride 10 times more enjoyable if I would have known it while riding the motorcycle. This motorcycle is not for me. It is not probably for you. It is not for the average Harley-Davidson customer. And that's the beauty of it. I don't understand, like, people are throwing absolute fits about the price of this motorcycle. You guys, I've been in the car industry since I was a teenager, you know? I have understood the difference between collectors, special editions, just nicer versions of base model products. And that's exactly what the CVO is. So I'm not over here saying, like, you should buy this motorcycle for $43,000 or $50,000 or however much it is. Like, this is a motorcycle for the enthusiast. This is the motorcycle for the people who, you know, just really want that level of speciality, I guess. For most riders, you know, after having conversations with my friends after this ride, most riders want to modify and work on their own motorcycles. So all that being said, this motorcycle was not made for me and you. It was made for the CVO customer. And believe it or not, that is a real thing. Harley-Davidson acknowledges their CVO customer. It is a very important customer. But the one thing I'm very excited for with this motorcycle is the new technological features and how that's gonna start being implemented into newer models. So with all of that being said in this video, obviously I'm not gonna be buying a CVO. YouTube don't pay me that well, but it is hands down one of the most beautiful bikes I've ever seen and the most enjoyable to ride. And the one thing I'm absolutely ecstatic for is that they are 100% going to be implementing this new technology and these new features into new motorcycles. So when my bike hits 100,000 miles, you know I'm gonna be looking into a new road glide. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave a comment down below. Huge shout out to Harley-Davidson for offering me this wonderful and once-in-a-lifetime opportunity at the 120th rally here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And until my next video, thank you so much for watching this one. You guys be good, and I'll see you later.